What is up? So today we have a Lawn Boy 20-inch deck that I've worked on before, and I went through my book and I noticed that the person that gave it to me wanted me to replace the pull cord, and I did, and I think the recoil also needed a little love, so did that. Guy came and got it. Now it's back. Might have done a carb cleaning on it. To be honest, I don't remember. The book didn't really say too much, but I did look at it and it said that there was one identical to this very shortly after I did do a cleaning on, so I don't think I have done a cleaning on this one yet. But a couple things. One, it's low riding in the front and not in the back, so now we have an angle. So I don't know if he wanted it to be as low as the front or as low as the back. You know what, I'm not here to teach a person how to mow, but he says it just won't start. Check the oil seems fine. Gas is full and doesn't seem horrible. These have a really bad tendency of having the linkage fall off on the choke, so I'm thinking that could be a problem, or it could be a run-in-the-mill. Carb cleaning, I don't know, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think we're going to put a little fuel down the down the throat of the carburetor and see what happens. Something I'm noticing already. The choke door, it's not closed all the way, so that kind of makes me really think that the little linkage fell off or the mechanism's going bad. Don't know yet. Luckily for me, to determine if it is the choke that's causing this problem, if we put a little starting fluid down there, it should just remain running. If it runs and dies, could have a compound problem of the car being dirty and the choke. Usually is a compound problem because unless you use it all the time, you're probably not going to it's not going to have enough fuel going through there. It's going to get stagnant, and then we come here and we have to clean it. But yet again, simmer down, getting ahead of ourselves. Like I said, there is oil. It's actually fairly clean too. Let's try this again. Let me explain something that usually happens. If you see a lot of smoke come out of an engine like that, it generally means it hasn't been running for a long time. It's been put on its side for too long, or it's worn. I guess there could be other reasons, but those are the primary ones. So knowing that, it probably didn't run for a long time, and carb got dirty. Let's try this again though. Is there on off for the fuel? I don't think so. No, there's not. Well, looks like we have two problems here, so I'm gonna jack this up. We're going to take off that carb and get it cleaned. First things first, take off a couple 10mm. So, here's a story to go over while we do this. That wasn't even tight. Doing an unboxing video, and I order something that we'll be unboxing. And for whatever reason, I mean, it happens all the time where you have to get something else to go with what you're going to be using this for, like a table, for instance, or I don't know, if you're like, for instance, my welder had to buy a gas. So I order it. And what happens? The piece that I need to go with it comes about let's see, it was shipped out 3 days later, and all of it arrived 3 weeks later, mind you. And for whatever reason, the one that was shipped out first took 3 weeks, and the one that shipped a couple days later only took 3 days. Now, I don't want to point the fingers, but one of them came US mail and the other one came FedEx. I'll let you be the determination on the one, but let's just say the problem is the one with the arrow in its name. That fuel looked pretty nasty. So this is the mechanism. This goes to the exhaust. Oh yeah, that is gooey. Just gooey. That's not supposed to be gooey. Well, we know the problem. So at least with it being gooey, we can get to these screws a lot easier. This back one's always the hard one. Actually, I think it's the wrong size. That helps. Okay, now that's off. This comes off. Just kind of put that off to its side. This is the real annoying part. I'm going to leave that on, but we have to simultaneously make sure it doesn't bound up. Take it off. Remember, this little bend is on the actual choke. It's a lot easier to get that reversed than you would imagine. Okay, time for the carb station. Anyone who's seen any of the videos before knows I'm not a fan of these engines. Kohlers, I mean, they're fine, don't get me wrong. They're just temperamental. And what is this? I mean, I know what it is, but why do you have it there? This whole choke system is the main problem I have with these engines. The new ones did try to rectify it. I just don't know how well they did. You know? You know. I know this because I told you. Ew. So I'm wondering if this is just the fuel that was in there is low and he brought more and put it inside. That's what I'm wondering. And take that out. Oh, that seems pretty decent. Probably need to comes off anyway, or need to come off. This is an idle set, but it's not really useful in this application. We'll clean that out. So this is going to go in the cleaner for about 10 minutes, probably. Yeah, 10 minutes. Hopefully that's going to give this a little bit more freeness, fluidity. There we go. That's a good word. Good news and bad news. Good news is it's cleaned. Bad news is we are doing this on the hottest day I've personally seen here. Now granted, I did live in the desert before, so it's not my first time ever experiencing hot weather. But today, it's supposed to be 115 degrees. Let me explain to you how that is a lot different. It was raining a week ago. Actually, not even a week ago. Probably like 5 days ago. So when you go from a whole week of rain, and not this tiny amount of rain either, we're talking full-on wake-up rain, and then you think to yourself, it's not that bad. And then it gets worse to the point where you legitimately start to wonder if your crawl space or your underneath your house is going to start flooding. But it's okay. So literally within a couple days, it decides to go to like 115. In a span of 5 days, we went from 65 to 115. 50-degree difference. I don't care who you are, that will shock you. So, I say that with the understanding that there are people that potentially might also be watching this when it's 115 outside, but it's hurting right now. This is why I live in the Northwest. So oops, that wasn't good. So I don't have to deal with this nonsense, but here we are. Luckily though, tomorrow it's only supposed to be 111. Yay. Tomorrow's Sunday. Today's Saturday. But good news on the horizon. Next Thursday is supposed to be a chilling 95 degrees. But who knows, maybe by then, the week after, it will be back down to like 60 degrees and I will be freezing. Because that's what it likes to do here. It really likes to keep you on your toes. You don't really know if you should be bundling up in a sweater thinking to yourself that you had the oversight to get an air conditioner. Might be too big. Yeah, just too big. But I will say, the trick that I have learned from living in the Southwest was that just because you have an air conditioner doesn't mean you can't have a fan. I'm telling you, that fan just complements the air conditioner. I realize this has nothing to do with small engines, but we're just putting it together. I'm pretty sure you've seen me do this before. But that fan definitely complements the air conditioner pretty substantially, because I forget how this goes on. It just seems like it circulates a whole lot easier. There we go. So like I said, that's how you put it on. I know it seems hokey, and it is, don't worry about that, but as you know, it was stuck before, now it's not. I feel like we're in a pretty good to go. I'm gonna clean up this surface a little bit more. Yeah, put it back on. Let's give it a test. So, my old camera system mainly required me to speak on the left side of the camera. Well, I got used to that. I don't need to now. So I keep on forgetting that my hand gets in the way when I don't want it to. So hopefully we can see something on this. Come on. Oh, I just love the system they have here. Here we go. Put this back on. This controls the choke. I'm going to leave that off for the time being. There we are. Okay. Where did that other one go? Tell me this heat is getting me blind. Hey, it is right in front of me. Or making me blind. Because it's not getting me blind. Oh yeah, back to the other rambling. This is going to be a rambling episode. So, I get the package that's a support package. The one I don't really need to do unboxing on because, well, it's a support package. How interesting would a table be? Now, I just don't understand why something that's shipped from the East Coast takes such a significantly shorter amount of time than something that was shipped from California. I mean, 3 weeks from California. I'm pretty sure I could have hitchhiked faster. I'm not talking like Los Angeles either. I could be, to be honest. I don't remember where it came from. I feel like it was somewhere like middle California-ish. Not quite northern, but middle-ish. I'll just say that. So with this there, is this closing all the way? Yeah. Well, That's technically all the way. Oh, it's hitting the screw. Just needs to be jiggled, maybe. Break up all the crust. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, this was designed on a Friday, I can tell already. Just not a good system. At all. Like even putting the screw in there. Granted, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have magnetic screwdriver. But needle nose to the rescue. I did drain the fuel and it came out yellow, and then almost instantly it came out almost clear, which is technically what you want. Let's make sure this is tight, because I think it's finger tight. There we go. Still gonna leak. Very good. Okay, I'm gonna put all this back together. Let's put this clip back. The reason why I waited on this clip is because if you put it in the wrong angle, you can't put the carb all the way on. This clip is too far this way, it's not going to mount right. Okay, go ahead and put that back on. Now that we have all that done, the little brackets on there are broken, so the cover isn't sealing very well. The filter's on there, but the side's kind of popping off. He doesn't really care. Messaged him, he's like, that's fine. So we should be ready. It has oil, the plug is functional, we know that, it worked. See if we both engage the choke and, almost as important, disengage. Okay, let's take this off. Look at the pile. There is no pile, so we didn't forget anything. exact same problem. But the choke did go back, so that's good. We're just not getting gas in there. Let's try that. Scratcher have the head time. Took the gas out, and while it didn't seem bad, now these engines are a little finicky, but who knows? Let's give it a try. Put the filter back on there, well, as much as it can go on there. Let's give it a second pull. Oh, it has fresh gas in there too. Even the non-ethanol one. And there you have it. So yeah, fresh gas. Would that have cured it? I really don't think so. The jet was not plugged entirely, but it was definitely plugged. It would have started surging. Maybe over time the surging would have got better. I doubt it. But it's at least done. Only thing I would say is you saw it's blowing smoke. I'm sure there's oil in the cylinder from sitting. We discussed that. So I'm just going to run outside, make sure it's good to go. And it should clear up 2-3 minutes. If it's in the muffler, then it could take a little longer. But if it is in the muffler, you can let it run, turn it off, wait until the smoke stops, turn it back on, and it'll probably be more or less done at that point. Okay, well, if you have a lawn boy that's having starting issues and you haven't started in a year, then, you know, give this a try. It's pretty simple. Like I said, this carb isn't my favorite, but it does work. Knowing that it works, it should be good to go. Not going to be too worried about it. I would like to have replaced the side, but he doesn't want to, and from what I gathered, he doesn't use this very much based on the problems that we just fixed. So we should be good to go. Definitely watch again, subscribe, have a good night.